In the vibrant city of Udu, nestled amidst the verdant hills and fertile valleys of the African landscape, there dwelled a woman named Aduke. Her beauty was renowned throughout the region, captivating the hearts of all who beheld her. Yet, beneath her captivating exterior, lay a soul consumed by a relentless hunger for wealth and luxury. From a young age, Aduke harbored grand ambitions. She dreamed of a life filled with opulence and extravagance, a life far removed from the humble beginnings of her upbringing. She scoffed at the simplicity of her surroundings, yearning for the glittering allure of riches that seemed to dance just beyond her reach. As the years passed, Aduke's materialistic desires only grew stronger, fueling a voracious appetite for wealth. She turned away suitors whose offerings failed to meet her lofty standards, dismissing them with a disdainful flick of her hand. To Aduke, love was a trifling matter compared to the allure of gold and silver. Then one fateful day, amidst the bustling market square of Udu, Aduke's striking beauty caught the eye of Babatunde, a wealthy merchant renowned for his success in trade. Enthralled by her elegance, Babatunde approached Aduke with an offer that would forever alter the course of her destiny. "I offer you a life of opulence and luxury," Babatunde declared, his voice resonating with the confidence born of prosperity. "Come, be my wife, and together we shall bask in the riches of the world." Aduke's heart leaped at the prospect of such boundless wealth. Without a moment's hesitation, she accepted Babatunde's proposal, her mind intoxicated by the promise of a life beyond her wildest dreams. Love played no part in her decision, for in her eyes, love paled in comparison to the allure of gold. Their union, however, was one born of convenience rather than affection. Aduke viewed Babatunde merely as a means to an end, a stepping stone on her path to untold riches. She cared little for his companionship, her thoughts consumed by visions of grandeur and splendor. As the days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, Aduke accompanied Babatunde to his bustling emporium, her eyes alight with a covetous gleam. She hoped to glean the secrets of his success, believing that access to his wealth would grant her the keys to the kingdom of her desires. Yet, despite her best efforts to ingratiate herself with her husband, Babatunde remained ever vigilant, wary of Aduke's true intentions. He guarded his wealth with a watchful eye, unwilling to let her exploit his fortune for her own gain. Undeterred by Babatunde's cautiousness, Aduke persisted in her pursuit of wealth. She sought out vendors peddling the finest jewels and fabrics, indulging her insatiable appetite for luxury with reckless abandon. Each lavish purchase further strained her relationship with Babatunde, pushing them ever closer to the brink of discord. When Babatunde refused to acquiesce to her demands for extravagant indulgences, Aduke's simmering frustration boiled over into a tempest of rage. She seethed with indignation, her mind consumed by thoughts of retribution against her husband's perceived stinginess. In her desperation, Aduke turned to the whispers of the marketplace, rumors of mystical women possessing the power to grant untold riches in exchange for a steep price. Ignoring the warnings of caution that echoed in the recesses of her mind, she sought out these mysterious figures in a desperate bid to fulfill her insatiable desires. Led by an enigmatic figure known only as the Oracle, these women promised Aduke the fulfillment of her wildest fantasies in exchange for a sacrifice that would forever alter the fabric of her being. Blinded by greed and intoxicated by the allure of wealth, Aduke readily agreed to the oracle's terms, heedless of the consequences that awaited her. Under the oracle's guidance, Aduke embarked on a perilous journey into the depths of the unknown, her steps guided by the promise of untold riches. Yet, with each passing moment, the darkness that enveloped her grew ever deeper, ensnaring her in its suffocating embrace. As Aduke's soul descended into the abyss of greed, she found herself consumed by a profound sense of emptiness. The wealth she had so fervently desired now seemed hollow and meaningless in the face of her own inner turmoil. Meanwhile, oblivious to his wife's descent into darkness, Babatunde remained steadfast in his faith, placing his trust in a higher power to guide him through life's trials. He prayed fervently for Aduke's salvation, unaware of the darkness that threatened to consume her from within. In the end, Aduke's relentless pursuit of wealth led to her inevitable downfall, while Babatunde's unwavering faith served as a beacon of hope amidst the encroaching shadows. Theirs was a tale of love and loss, of greed and redemption, echoing through the annals of time as a cautionary reminder of the dangers of succumbing to the siren song of wealth. As Aduke's descent into darkness continued unabated, she grappled with the harrowing consequences of her actions. Her once bright future now lay shrouded in the shadows of regret and despair, her dreams of opulence reduced to naught but dust and ashes. Yet, amidst the darkness that threatened to consume her, a glimmer of hope emerged, faint yet unmistakable. Aduke began to question the choices that had led her down this treacherous path, yearning for redemption amidst the suffocating embrace of her own greed. With the unwavering love of her husband as her guiding light, Aduke found the strength to confront her past and seek forgiveness for her transgressions. Together, they embarked on a journey of healing and reconciliation, their steps illuminated by the radiant glow of faith and forgiveness. As Aduke embraced her newfound redemption, the oracle's hold over her weakened, its dark influence fading into the recesses of memory. In its place, a sense of peace and serenity blossomed, filling the void that had once consumed her with a profound sense of purpose and clarity. In a moment of profound clarity, Aduke renounced her ties to the oracle and embraced her new life with humility and gratitude. Together with Babatunde, she rebuilt her shattered world, guided by the warmth of love and the steadfastness of faith. With the defeat of the oracle, the city of Voodoo rejoiced, liberated from the grip of darkness that had held it captive for so long. The streets once again pulsed with the vibrant energy of life, as its people embraced a future filled with hope and promise. As the sun set on the horizon, casting its golden rays upon the city of Voodoo, a new chapter began. The legacy of Aduke and Babatunde lived on, a testament to the enduring power of love, faith, and forgiveness. And in the hearts of all who knew their story, the flame of hope burned brightly, illuminating the path to a brighter tomorrow. This expansion of Aduke's descent adds depth to the characters and explores the consequences of Aduke's choices, ultimately leading to her redemption and the triumph of love and faith over greed. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the bustling city of Voodoo, Aduke stood at the threshold of her lavish mansion, her heart heavy with the weight of her past transgressions. The once grand halls, adorned with riches beyond measure, now seemed empty and hollow, echoing with the haunting whispers of regret. Beside her stood Babatunde, his gaze filled with a mixture of concern and unwavering devotion. He reached out a hand to gently caress her cheek, his touch a soothing balm against the turmoil that raged within her. "We have faced many trials, my love," he whispered, his voice tender yet resolute. "But through it all, our bond has remained unbroken. Together, we shall overcome whatever challenges lie ahead." Aduke's eyes brimmed with tears as she looked upon her husband, her heart overflowing with gratitude for his steadfast love and forgiveness. She knew that she did not deserve such unwavering devotion, yet Babatunde's faith in her had never wavered, even in the darkest of times. With a deep breath, Aduke summoned the strength to face the demons of her past, to confront the darkness that had threatened to consume her. She knew that the road to redemption would not be easy, but with Babatunde by her side, she felt a glimmer of hope flicker within her soul. Together, they embarked on a journey of healing and reconciliation, their steps guided by the radiant glow of love and forgiveness. They sought solace in the quiet serenity of nature, venturing into the lush forest that surrounded the city of Voodoo, where the vibrant colors of the flora danced in the dappled sunlight. In the embrace of nature's beauty, Aduke found solace for her troubled spirit, her heart uplifted by the symphony of birdsong and the gentle rustle of leaves in the breeze. She reveled in the simple pleasures of life, cherishing each moment spent in the company of her beloved husband. As the days turned into weeks, Aduke and Babatunde sought out the wise elders of the community, seeking counsel and guidance on their path to redemption. They listened intently as the elders imparted ancient wisdom passed down through generations, their words a beacon of light in the darkness that had clouded Aduke's soul. With each passing day, Aduke felt the burdens of her past gradually lifting from her shoulders, replaced by a newfound sense of peace and clarity. She embraced the teachings of the elders with an open heart, allowing their words to penetrate the depth of her being and illuminate the path to her salvation. Yet, despite her progress on the road to redemption, Aduke could not shake the lingering shadows of doubt that haunted her dreams. In the stillness of the night, she found herself plagued by visions of the oracle, her spectral form looming ominously in the darkness. Determined to confront the source of her fears, Aduke ventured into the heart of the city, where the oracle's temple stood as a silent sentinel against the backdrop of the night sky. With each step, she felt the weight of her past bearing down upon her, threatening to crush her spirit once more. As she stood before the towering gates of the temple, Aduke felt a shiver run down her spine, the air thick with the oppressive presence of the oracle's influence. Yet, despite her trepidation, she pressed onward, driven by a fierce determination to face her demons head-on. With a trembling hand, Aduke pushed open the gates of the temple, her heart pounding in her chest as she crossed the threshold into the unknown. The air was heavy with the scent of incense, the flickering torches casting long shadows upon the stone walls. As she made her way deeper into the temple, Aduke was greeted by the sight of the oracle, cloaked in robes of midnight black, her eyes alight with an otherworldly glow. A shiver ran down Aduke's spine as she beheld the spectral figure before her, her voice a whisper in the darkness. "Welcome, child of the earth," the oracle intoned, her voice echoing through the chamber like the distant rumble of thunder. "I have been expecting you." Aduke's heart hammered in her chest as she faced the enigmatic figure before her, her mind awash with conflicting emotions. Part of her longed to flee from the temple and never look back, yet another part yearned for closure, for answers to the questions that had plagued her for so long. Summoning her courage, Aduke stepped forward, her voice steady despite the fear that gnawed at her insides. "I seek answers," she declared, her words ringing out in the silence of the temple. "Answers to the darkness that haunts my dreams, to the specter of the oracle that lingers in the recesses of my mind." The oracle's eyes gleamed with an otherworldly light as she regarded Aduke with a mixture of curiosity and amusement. "You seek to confront the shadows of your past," she murmured, her voice like the whisper of the wind through the trees. "Yet, you fail to see that the answers you seek lie within yourself." With a wave of her hand, the oracle conjured a vision before Aduke's eyes, a swirling maelstrom of memories and emotions that threatened to overwhelm her senses. Aduke gasped as she beheld scenes from her past, her heart heavy with regret for the choices she had made. Yet, amidst the darkness that threatened to consume her, Aduke glimpsed a glimmer of light, a flicker of hope that burned brightly in the depths of her soul. She saw the unwavering love of her husband, the forgiveness in his eyes as he stood by her side through the darkest of times. With a sudden clarity, Aduke realized that true redemption lay not in seeking answers from the oracle, but in confronting the demons of her past and embracing the love and forgiveness that had guided her on her journey. She closed her eyes and reached out a hand, grasping hold of the light that shimmered before her like a beacon in the darkness. As she opened her eyes once more, Aduke found herself standing in the heart of the temple, bathed in the warm glow of the torchlight. The oracle regarded her with a knowing smile, her eyes alight with a wisdom that transcended mortal understanding. "You have faced the darkness that lurks within your soul," the oracle intoned, her voice resonating with a sense of finality. And in doing so, you have found the light that will guide you on your journey to redemption. With a sense of peace that she had not felt in years, Aduke bowed her head in gratitude to the oracle, her heart filled with a newfound sense of purpose and clarity. She turned and made her way back to the city, her steps light and free as she embraced the future that lay before her. As Aduke emerged from the temple into the cool night air, she was greeted by the sight of Babatunde waiting for her, his arms open wide in welcome. Tears of joy filled her eyes as she rushed into his embrace, knowing that she had finally found the redemption she had so desperately sought. Together, they walked hand in hand through the streets of Udu, their hearts overflowing with love and gratitude for the journey that had brought them to this moment. And as they watched the sun rise on the horizon, casting its golden rays upon the city below, they knew that their love would endure for all eternity. And so, the tale of Aduke and Babatunde became legend in the city of Udu, a testament to the enduring power of love, forgiveness, and redemption. And in the hearts of all who heard their story, the flame of hope burned brightly, illuminating the path to a brighter tomorrow. With this final chapter, the story of Aduke's redemption reaches its conclusion, leaving behind a legacy of love and forgiveness that will endure for generations to come.